Hello. Hello, my sweet friends. I decided to come on tonight. I'm gonna have to speak a little bit quiet because it is like almost 3 in the morning. But I wanted to do a channel message. I don't exactly know what it's gonna be yet, but by the title you'll get an idea. So yeah. I just want to start, see what comes out, see what the vibes are, and hopefully we get a good message, something that is insightful and helpful. My intention for this reading is that it brings clarity to the collective and maybe some comfort. Because I was getting a song earlier in the day, and it was a pretty kind of emotional song. It's Stone Cold by Demi Lovato, so I don't know if it's going to be a very emotional reading or what. We'll see what comes out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started and see what the vibes are. Let me do a little bit of sound healing. It's probably going to be quiet sound healing or cleansing. Hope everybody had a good day. I think today was a pretty good day. I got to go to the farmer's market and it was pretty fun, and like go downtown and see some cool shops on Main Street. So yeah. Of course, I'm gonna start, as always, with my lovely Light Seers Tarot. This is probably one of my favorite tarot decks that I've had. I've had a few different ones throughout the years. So this one's definitely my favorite artistically. I think the art is very beautiful in this deck. So we're just gonna see what comes out, and hopefully it's, I mean, yesterday's reading was really beautiful, so hopefully it's like that, or maybe it won't be, because if the channel song is Stone Cold, it might be something that is emotional in nature. So, Holy Spirit, Great Spirit, may this reading be a conduit of wisdom and love and understanding for the collective in whatever they may need to know at this moment. I really hope that you can hear me. Like I said, I'm trying to be quiet, but I think this phone has a pretty good speaker, so, or microphone. Put this here. All right. I might also get some cards from these, this deck that I made a while ago, a few years ago. We'll set it over here for now, and I will also probably be shuffling these ones. This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. Again, beautiful art, beautiful interpretations, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna film tonight, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it. Kind of feeling the vibes. I feel like as I'm like already tapping in, it feels like there's this like slowness, this there's an emotional aspect to this reading, so I don't know if you are going through something very emotional in your life or just in your inner world. There seems to be some heaviness in the collective energy. I mean, just because the world is crazy right now, but I think it's always crazy. It's just now we're in the age of truth and seeing things for what they are, what they've been, seeing corruption. So, Great Spirit, Holy Spirit, what messages do the collective need to know right now? What does the collective need to hear? What does the collective need to hear right now, Spirit? Oh my gosh, we got the Lovers yesterday too. So this just made me think of how sometimes when you're in a counterpart connection and you're in separation, there are moments where you are in complete trust with the universe and you know that, you know, everything's okay, and you just have to have faith and have patience and know that the divine is working for you, for your highest good. But then other times there are moments where you kind of go into the deep well of emotion, and maybe you have certain fears come back up. But for this to start out with the Lovers, that's a pretty beautiful energy already. So maybe this heaviness has to do with a connection, or maybe trusting in a connection. We might get a similar message to yesterday, because this card came out yesterday. Was it the first card that came out? I can't remember. Maybe it was the second one. So, Spirit, what does the collective need to know right now? What does the collective need to know right now? Seven of Swords. What does the collective need to know right now, Spirit? What does the collective need to know right now? Four of Cups. I hope this is an okay setup for now, for today. Okay. What messages do the collective need to know right now, Spirit, for their highest good? What messages do they need to know? Six of Pentacles. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. Earlier I was seeing this image, and I was hearing a message of a doorway. How you're in a doorway, and it's like you're almost gonna cross the threshold into your new self, or not even your new self, your true self. And then on the other side where you're in, it's like your old self, or like the old version of you. And I'm seeing, just like as you walk through this threshold, it's like you transform into this higher version of yourself. So that may be significant for someone. Maybe you feel like you're at a threshold of something. What is the collective message? What's the collective message? Very interesting, the correlations to this. It's like there's freedom, but there's also like surrender in freedom. I don't know, I'm feeling like this energy of it's like a confused energy, but it's almost like a foggy a foggy, slow energy. I don't know what I'm picking up on. Just this energy for the collective. The wheel. Maybe there's a part of you that isn't seeing the gift in a connection, isn't seeing that there's a lot to be learned emotionally, there's a lot to be learned spiritually about a connection, because maybe you're focusing more on the mundane, or the I don't want to say like the dryness. I don't know what that would mean, but maybe you're focusing on the lack thereof. Like you're focusing on the lack in the connection rather than where the gift is. If that makes sense. It's like a confusing energy too. Like it's a kind of hard energy to tap into, but we're gonna keep going and we're gonna find our way. Get one more card, Spirit, for the collective. One more card, Spirit. One more card. Okay, I said one. I will keep the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, look at that energy. The Star of the High Priestess. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read the Seven of Swords meaning from this book, just to make sure that I get a clear picture, because this energy is like, it's hard for me to read for some reason. Maybe there's a lot of things that you aren't seeing about a connection, but it seems like everything's being divinely guided how it should. But maybe it's like there's this indifference, or there's this like, okay, I'm starting to see something. There's it's like you're focusing on the lack of this connection, but there's like something behind the scenes is moving very quickly, maybe on an energetic level. It seems like this connection has a lot of energetic upgrades right now, and that can come in separation, because sometimes separation is needed to have these quick realizations, because when you're in the midst of a connection and you're wrapped up, and maybe you're getting triggered, or you're getting what is the word I'm looking for? You're starting to see all of these illusions very quickly from a connection, about yourself, about your journey, about your life, about the connection itself. So it's hard to focus on what's actually happening behind the scenes, which is actually something very beautiful. If you see like all this color and all of these beautiful colors, it's like there's beautiful energy, and the universe is offering a gift energetically here. But it seems like you may be focusing on the lack in your life and the connection, maybe wondering if the grass is greener on the other side, but really it's not. It's just lack. There's a lot of quick movement in the spiritual realms, in the energetic realms, things happening behind the scenes that maybe you can't see yet, or you don't understand, you're not meant to see yet. But the divine has everything under control. There's a lot of wands. I mean, I guess there's only 2 wand cards, but it's I think that's significant. It's like there seems to be a lot of passion, but it's like far away, it feels like. So let me read the Seven of Swords here really quick. Okay, so the Seven of Swords is about deception or betrayal, taking only what's needed, the universe bearing witness to true intentions, getting away with something, being strategic, being grateful for the resources you have, moving silently and quickly. The shadow aspect is lying to yourself or others, a need for perspective and honesty, secrets, something stolen, taking more than your fair share, being held back by imposter syndrome. So traditionally, this card warns us that we might be on the lookout, that we must be on the lookout for deception, thievery, and betrayal. So while we can sometimes find ourselves victim of someone else's deceit, it is also a nudge to act in alignment with our own highest morality. Be sure that you are being honest with yourself about the nature of your reality right now. Sometimes we pretend that everything is okay or that we are doing the best we can even when we're not. Sometimes this shows up as recklessness or as avoidance of responsibilities. Take only what's needed and remember that no excuse outweighs your ability to act from a place of love and integrity. You cannot deceive your own heart, and the universe will always bear witness to your truest intentions. For you, alone and vulnerable under the light of a full moon, the only thing that matters is the truth, moving forward with lightness of conscience to guide you. So this is like I said, it seemed like there was some sort of confusion, but maybe it's rather than confusion, it felt like a fog. So maybe there's a fog here. It's like you're not seeing something that you need to see because you're focused on something else rather than the truth. Maybe you're hiding from something. And it's like, it's a loud truth. You see this crow is like yelling, screaming, squawking, but he's just like, oh, let me just keep going with my hood up. Even though there's this light shining down on him, there's a lot of illumination, but it's like you would rather focus on this lack mentality rather than see the gift in a situation, rather than move with integrity and love. So maybe, and that's a hard thing to get out of when you're kind of operating out of or through an illusion about something. And we'll get more information about it as well. So it's like it's hard for you to feel this union within yourself, or it could be about a connection. It's hard for you to feel fully in it because there's something you're just not looking at. You're focused on some sort of lack. So the Six of Pentacles, let me look at this one. Two-way abundance, giving and receiving, being charitable, a positive and generous mindset, advancement, awakening, inflow, help coming from others. And in the shadow aspect, one way, flow of abundance, over-giving or over-receiving, hoarding and holding on to what you have, choosing not to help, being uncharitable, selfish, or ulterior motives, inability to accept help. Being open to give to others and receive from others are states that we must all cultivate. This card asks you to experience these consciously. So with this, it's like the universe is offering you a gift. The universe is offering you to see through or see past some sort of illusion or some sort of deceit, but it doesn't feel like it's coming from another person. It feels like it's coming from yourself, like you're refusing to see something. And we'll get the answers to why. But it seems like there's an opportunity for like an equal giving and taking, or equal giving and receiving. And I feel like this connects to love, but it's almost like this love, it's not just about romance, it's about self-love. inner love, inner union, but it's like it's hard to find that because we're focused on the lack, and it's hard to find the gift or to fully give or receive when we're not fully present in what is actually being offered to us by the universe. Does that make sense? So it's like the universe wants to offer something quickly, but it's not going to be easy for you to receive when you're focused on something else, when you're in that fogginess, when you're in that confused, or like that energy where it's like for me, it's hard to read. So like I can imagine like being actually in your brain, in that fog, or in that that energy of the Four of Cups. I want to know why collective is turning away from some sort of gift from spirit, something that's predestined, meant to bring balance, meant to bring luck. Because with these dice around her neck, or the die, is that what it's called? It's like you're scared to roll the dice because of maybe a past belief system. You're scared to roll the dice because what if it fails? But it's just keeping you in this like stagnancy when there's an opportunity for equal give and take and for balance here. So I'm going to get these cards now, and I'm going to get some clarifications because this is kind of a difficult energy to read. So we'll see. But I am starting to get chills, so I feel like the channel is opening more. Balance will be restored. Spirit, can I get some clarifications for the collective about what this energy is about? What is this fog about? What is this confusion, or this stagnancy, or this turning away from this gift? What is this energy about, Spirit? So we got the King of Cups. So it has to be about some sort of emotional maturity. Maybe there's something that you're meant to learn about emotional maturity. Being honest with yourself emotionally about what you want, what you need, rather than staying in the fog of lack mentality. Like, look at this. She's literally touching this bowl from the universe, but she's turned away. So it's like she wants this gift, she wants this blessing, but she can't grasp it because she's still looking towards these three empty bowls, looking towards the past, looking towards old hurts, rather than seeing there's so much beauty to be found behind her. She wants to go after it, but she's not. Because it seems like when she does, when you do go after it, when you do accept that gift from the universe, or that offering, and trust in the path that's unfolding before you, things are happening quickly. But there's something about emotional stability, there's something about emotional regulation, emotions in general, that this is meant to teach you. Maybe there's something you don't trust about your emotions, so it's hard for you to accept the gift, or it's hard for you to accept an offering from the universe, or an offering of love, because you're still in some sort of deception energy, or an energy of lack. What else can you tell us, Spirit, for the collective about this energy, how to navigate it, how to heal, how to get through this fog? Because it's like, even though you may feel like you're in this fog, this deception energy, if you look, there's like this light beaming down on you. The truth is there. You just have to look. The truth is there, you just have to look. But this may take some sort of emotional purge or emotional healing. It may have to do with past hurts with relationships, not having your emotional needs met. So now whenever you do see something that is abundant or that is fruitful, that could grow and expand very quickly, it's hard for you to grasp it because of those past things. So it's like you're being called to look, to walk into the fog and kind of illuminate and find balance. Look at the areas of your life where you're giving and not receiving. Look at the areas of your life where you're receiving and not giving. Trying to find balance in them. Just can you tell us, Holy Spirit? Yeah, you got the star. So it's like there's something really beautiful on the horizon. There's something that's like, it's this abundant on all facets. Oh, I don't know if I can show that. It's like abundant on all levels. So it's like you pour into me, I pour into you. We pour into each other, and it's like this it becomes this like constant giving and receiving kind of energy of balance. But you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from these empty bowls. You have to turn and look at the gift that you're not seeing or not wanting to see, or maybe you're scared to look at it. Or you feel like you're not ready, but there's light illuminating. It's there for a reason. These things come up so that we have this opportunity to heal and grow, to understand it from a different perspective. What else can you tell us, Spirit, for the collective? What else can you tell us, Spirit, for the collective? Yeah. I think you need to move past this past heartbreak. This feeling of just like hurt, pain. There's something a deep emotional wound that's been covered up, and it's keeping you from being able to accept more blessings because that energy still lives in the body. So what can the collective do to heal this, to navigate this? Just try. It could be a slow journey. It could be a very it could be a very slow moving energy, but it's something that's worth moving towards because there's a gift in it. Go on that journey inward and find and walk through the fog. Even if it's a slow walk, you're still moving. Oh my gosh, look at the bottom. The wheel again. Everything is being divinely orchestrated for your highest good. You're not alone on this journey. The universe wants to offer you, the Great Spirit, the Creator wants to offer you a gift, something beautiful. But you just have to be willing to go towards it, and it's gonna come through facing yourself more, through healing emotionally. Yeah, it's gonna manifest the Magician. It's gonna manifest alchemy. It's gonna manifest this like complete 180 energy, because you decided to honor yourself and go on that journey within and do that work and do that healing. Can I get a card? One more card. What guidance for the collective? What guidance for the collective? keep hearing, don't pour from an empty cup. Don't pour from an empty cup. Fill it up. Fill up your cup. Water your garden. No matter how long it takes, take that journey to heal, to grow, to learn how to trust in the gifts and the offerings that the universe wants to give you. Whether that be for love, but I feel like this is a strong self-love energy. It's a strong energy of learning how to give and receive healthily, learning how to accept a gift from the universe. Yeah, because it's gonna call. It's the more that you go inward and heal certain parts of yourself, it makes you more magnetic. So by going on this journey, it's gonna create kind of a magnet to you to bring you forth the things that you desire. Where am I gonna set this? Okay. Seems like the universe wants to bring in some sort of completion. There's something that you're meant to be seeing right now. There's something that you're meant to be healing right now. And it's meant to manifest something bigger. Again, this is a kind of difficult energy to read, but I feel like the message stands. It's like you need to go on that journey inward. You need to see where you're kind of in that lack mentality. You need to see where you are holding on to past emotions that are causing stagnancy. Because the universe wants to bring you things quickly. The universe wants to gift you things, wants to gift you, the things that you want, the things that you deserve. But it's hard for them to, when you're not looking, you're not open to that blessing because you're still focused on what was. But there, with the star here, it's like there's an inspiration being found here. There's an illumination being found here, and this illumination is an opportunity to walk through that fog, to see through the deceit, and to heal emotionally. Because also with the siren, I know there's a lot of some people have a negative connotation with the siren. They're like, she lures you and then she gets you, I feel like maybe you're scared that it's scary for you to accept things because of past experiences. You think that you're gonna get got, but really there's a gift from the universe here, and it's something very beautiful, and it's something very abundant, and it's something very balanced. Maybe balance and equal giving and receiving is not something that you're familiar with, so it's hard for you to trust, but it's important that you trust. Yeah. You gotta let go of these old patterns, because they're only holding you back from something really beautiful and abundant and true and balanced. It's holding you back from seeing your capability to manifest. But I know that you have a want, you have a desire. You just have to look away, you just have to let go of that old energy. Oh, and it goes back to that message. You're at this threshold and you're being called, you're being asked, are you going to go through the door to meet your true self, or are you going to stay in the old energy that you've been in before? It's like you're at this decision point, you're going to make the right decision. Because you're listening to this, there's a part of you that wants it, that wants the blessings, that wants the beautiful things. So go on that journey through that fog, even if it takes a long time, even if it hurts. Go on that journey. Trust in what the divine is showing you. And then let balance restore itself and let the blessings pour in. Okay? I think I'm going to stop it here. This reading was a bit confusing, but I hope that maybe you get the inspiration to really go on that inner emotional journey and meet yourself again. Come into union with yourself again. Illuminate. Because balance is the universe wants to give you balance. I'm going to close by reading the Seven of Wands, I think. So, the Seven of Wands. Challenge, grounding and protecting yourselves, movement and growth, creative innovation, remaining ahead, feeling vulnerable, a sign to continue to share your ideas, self-expression. Here's your affirmation. I am deserving of this success and I will bravely shine my light on the world. So you're being called to be brave, to be courageous, to take that journey, to move towards it. Haters gonna hate. Those past fears, they're gonna pop up. But use those moments as an opportunity to alchemize, to choose differently. Yes, there are going to be moments where you're in that anxiety energy, or you fall back into old habits, or you have that pessimism or that stagnancy feeling. But those are opportunities for you to go deeper onto that journey. So yes, I hope this reading helps in some way, shape, or form. And I hope it wasn't too confusing or as confusing to you as it was to me. It's okay to look at yourself. It's okay to go on that journey inward, because I promise you, you get through the fears, you face them, you look through the illusions, you look at all this stuff, you're going to find the most beautiful light on the other side of that, okay? You're going to find something so incredibly beautiful, so incredibly peaceful and abundant, and it's going to make you stronger, emotionally stronger, spiritually stronger. It's going to bring more balance into your life, and it's going to teach you to trust more in the universe, trust in the path ahead. So yes, that is going to be the reading, and I hope that it helps you in some way. I thank you for being here. As always, peace and blessings, manifesting. Bye.